2 races deep into the 01 season, the ARCA RE Series has temporarily put its aggressive super speedway schedule on hold in favor of some good old-fashioned springtime short track wars. First up, Winchester Speedway, where 2 and 3 wide racing is not only commonplace but mandatory. Trouble is, double wide racing at Winchester can easily transform an aerodynamic beauty into a mangled mess. So you want to win at Winchester, then be prepared to thread the needle, but be advised, potential disaster could be waiting just around the corner. It's another short track bump and grind ARCA style. Stand by. The ARCA RE 250 from Winchester is next.
And welcome to one of the legendary short tracks in the country. We are at Winchester Speedway in Winchester, Indiana, for the ARCA RE 250 today. Third event of the 2001 season. Hello again, everybody. I'm Rick Benjamin. Two-time ARCA Series champ Bill Venturini joining me alongside the top of the racetrack as we get ready to bring you some outstanding short track stock car action. 2 races deep in the season. Frank Kimmel is the points leader. Tim Steele, a former champion, is 7th. Chuck Weber, Joe Cooksey, and Donnie Morlock round out the first 10. A couple of great series veterans will make up the lead row, but a young gun a couple of rows back. Back to Don Radabaugh.
Thanks, Rick. Well, how about this for an all-star front row? Defending race winner and defending champion, Frank Kimmel from the pole. Alongside the 3-time ARCA champion, Tim Steele. He's won 3 out of 6 here at Winchester Speedway. From inside row 2, Vern Slaw has never been to victory lane here at Winchester Speedway. Quite possibly his best shot here today. How about Andy Belmont from outside row 2? His best finish in ARCA RE competition right here at Winchester Speedway, 2nd. That leads us to inside row 3 with 3rd-generation driver Jason Jarrett, who's about to get his first look at Winchester Speedway. Jason, you've never been around this place. How confident are you can keep this machine up front here today?
I think I've gained confidence since we qualified and ran happy hour. I think I was lacking a little bit before that, but I saw what I was up against, and now I'm just ready to go racing. I think it's a good racetrack and good competitive. It's going to be a good competitive race with, like you said, Steele and Kimmel up front there. I just have to hang on to them and stay on the lead lap.
The ARCA RE Series has always been a training ground for future drivers. I'll tell you what, Jason Jarrett will get some training here today.
Yes, he will, because this racetrack dates back more than 60 years, a legendary facility for open-wheel cars and for stock cars. How about this? Frank Kimmel buckling in, putting his gloves on. Bill Venturini wrecked that car in practice, still managed to qualify on the pole.
Yep. Ooh, those words usually make the hair on your arm stand up. Gentlemen, start your engine.
About ready to get down to business here at Winchester Speedway. 30 cars and 30 motors come to life. ARCA RE 250 here at Winchester, Indiana. 3rd round, 2001 ARCA RE Series season. Our coverage today brought to you by RE/MAX in the race to sell homes. Our track record second to none. RE/MAX, outstanding agents, outstanding results. By Cornwell Quality Tools. Professional mechanics worldwide choose Cornwell, the official tools of ARCA. And by Suzuki ATVs, makers of the Quadmaster 500 4x4. It has the performance to keep you rolling. Welcome back to Winchester Speedway in Winchester, Indiana for the ARCA RE Series. 250 laps today. Let's take a look at our starting lineup as the safety car moves away. Frank Kimmel on the pole for the 2nd consecutive race, and Tim Steele lines up on the outside pole in his Ford. Vern Slaw will start 3rd in the 65 car alongside Andy Belmont in the America Outline Ford.
Inside row 3, Jason Jarrett, and next to him, Blaze Alexander. Nice to have him back in the ARCA Series. Inside row 4, Tracy Leslie, and next to him, Jerry Cook.
Billy Venturini lines up in 9th spot of the 25 car, and Jeff Finley from Lansing, Michigan in the Chevrolet, the number 70. 6th row is Randy Van Zandt's Pontiac, the 5, and veteran Mark Gibson in the 83 car. That's a 4.
Inside row 7, Joe Cooksey out of Illinois, and next to him, Jeff Falk, also driving the Chevrolet. Row 8, inside, Todd Bowser, and next to him, Roger Blackstock in a Dodge.
17th starting spot to Ron Cox from Sunny Daisy, Tennessee in the 23. Mike Buckley from Michigan in the 28 car. 10th row is the Larry Hollenbeck machine, the 75 car. Norm Benning from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Inside row 11, Marty Bukovich, and next to him, Donnie Morlock. At row 12, out of Texas, Chuck Weber. Next to him, Andy Belmont's brother, Kevin.
Starting 25th in the 6th car, Tim Turner from Tennessee, alongside Ryan Voss from Jackson, Michigan in the 38 car. 14th row, Greg Sarf in a Ford, Eric Martin in a Chevrolet.
And the 2 provisionals, starting 29th, Rick Margle, and next to him, Michael Melton.
From Cedar Grove, Tennessee. So we're about ready to go. We've got 4 different drivers who will give us onboard looks at the action today. First, though, let's take a look at our Speed Vision race analysis. We're on a half-mile high bank paved oval. We'll go 125 miles for just under $100,000. Bob Keselowski holds the race record here 10 years, more than 10 years ago, at about 90 miles an hour. We should see a lot of action here, Phil Venturini.
Yeah, you know, last week we were at a brand new super speedway in Nashville. Now we're at one of the oldest racing facilities in the country, Winchester. This is a famous racetrack.
Sure is. Lots of history here. Frank Kimmel will give us onboard looks from the 46 car, the Advanced Auto Parts Ford, on the pole for the second consecutive week. Tim Steele from the outside post will get some great views from the HSI Ford. We'll also take a ride today with Andy Belmont's America Online Taurus. He lines up fourth. Belmont showing you just how steeply banked this place is. We'll also take an onboard look today with the 70 car of Jeff Finley. He lines up outside the 5th row in that machine. So we're getting ready to get down to action. 250 laps of ARCA stock car excitement here. Let's find out about the tires today. Down to Don Radabaugh.
A quick pit note, there is a tire rule in effect here today at Winchester. They get the 4 tires they're starting the race on, plus 10 additional tires. That's all they get here today, so tire management will be a factor here today.
Boy, did Don hit that right. This is a racetrack that eats up tires, and you got to be careful. You've only got 10 tires in the pits at 250 laps.
Green flag is in the air. Kimmel on the pole. Tim Steele on the outside of row 1. We're away. And Kimmel is your early leader by a couple of car lengths over Steele. Vern Slaw in the 65 car tucks into third ahead of Andy Belmont. Steele in the 16 car.
You see Frank Kimmel wiggle right in the middle of 3 and 4. That car definitely moved up a whole lane on him right there.
Going to put Garrett on the move back in the 3rd row.
See, what you got to realize is that with these tires, you start them low on air pressure because you get so much air pressure build up after they get hot. The first couple laps, you're maybe 5 or 6 pounds low on air pressure, and the car really moves around, and you're really not ready to be racing full throttle.
Kimmel hanging on to the point, already lapping slower machines after just a couple of laps of action. On board with Steele, who rides in 2nd spot.
Boy, if this is the picture Tim Steele's going to look out, you can definitely tell his windshield's got a lot of oil or water on it already.
Definitely a damp situation coming out of the back end of the Advanced Auto Parts Ford, but Kimmel using the middle of the racetrack to good advantage here. He's got a car length on Steele, already putting the 98 car of Michael Melton a lap down.
Now, that's twice you've said already will overlap of cars. This is going to be a big key in today's race because every time you set a guy up here to pass him, you got to be careful because there's going to be a lapped car or a slow car in that lower groove. So now you've got to, you not only have to race the guy in front of you, you've got to time your passes with the lapped cars.
Because you've got chicanes, roadblocks.
And you see, you're lapping cars every lap, every corner now. There's going to be cars that you're going to be going by. So you've got to really be careful now.
Kimmel moving by Donnie Morlock's 48 car last time around. Looks like one of the Belmont cars may be off the pace, too. Kimmel is your leader. Steele is second. Obviously, the 2 quickest cars on the racetrack. Vern Slaw sticking right with him in 3rd. There's Belmont on the 1 car in 4th, and the 19 being driven this week by veteran Tracy Leslie, pounding him in 5th spot. Board Belmont down the back straightaway here at Winchester. Still those trees outside the racetrack there. Legendary stories of sprint car pilots going out of the ballpark into the trees.
I've been here and seen that happen. So yeah, they're not fictional stories. They are true.
Leslie in the 19 car getting a good run in the middle of the corner there. Drawn right up on the back bumper of the 1 car of Andy Belmont.
Yeah, now this is the type of racetrack that Tracy Leslie likes to run. Oh, the number 60 car of Rick Markles in the wall coming out of 4.
Trouble early on. Markle belts the wall a good lick. He wrinkles up the right front corner of that machine, and we should have our first caution here of the day. Caution indeed waving at Winchester Speedway in Indiana. Kimmel leads Steele, Slaw, and Belmont. We'll be back. Welcome back to Winchester Speedway, Winchester, Indiana. The ARCA RE Series on Speed Vision. Ready to restart. Frank Kimmel leads Tim Steele down into turn 1. We are back underway. Steele tries the inside as we take a look through the HSI machine's windshield. Boy, that's covered with a lot of oil.
Man, I don't know. To me, it looks like it might be oil, but it wouldn't be. I don't think it's from Frank. I think it was on his windshield right away.
Here's Slaw in the 65. He's got his hands full with Andy Belmont in the 1 car for 3rd spot. Tracy Leslie in the 19 is right there as well. He'll go around Belmont for 4th. Slaw in the 65 car bounces off the fence on the backstretch.
Yeah, you can see they come off a 2. Vern Slaw just kind of got a little loose and bounced off the outside wall.
Andy Belmont settles back into fifth. He says, hey, I'll watch this battle for a while. We were watching Jason Jarrett earlier in the 67 car make his way toward the front very quick, but he had to come to pit road, so he's not in the lead group anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what had happened. I didn't quite see what they did when they came down pits, but he pitted really early in the race, so that's why he's not running up front.
Tracy Leslie very strong early in that Target Saws 19 car, powering the third. Slaw settles into fourth in the 65. There's Billy Venturini in the 25. A white paint scheme on that car, Bill Venturini.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the car that we've got from Kenny Schrader about a week ago, and we got it ready, and it was white, and we left it white. So right now, the short track car is going to be white, and the Speedway car is going to be blue.
Jeff Finley in the 70. You're on board with Finley. He moves under Venturini for a position, diving down into turn number 1. Looks like Slaw up ahead, and there is trouble. The 67 of Jason Jarrett got into the wall. The ML Motorsports Chevrolet this week. He is off the pace and down low on the racetrack. Looks like he may have made contact with another race car.
Jason Jarrett wasn't the only driver caught up in that mess up and won into the 5 car. Randy Van Zandt's got plenty of damage on his Mike's Auto Body Pontiac. In fact, they're going to back him up and work on it a little longer. Jason Jarrett's back in. Plenty of left front damage to deal with on the 67 car. Kept him on the lead lap last time in, but that's the trouble with starting in the back. You tend to get caught up in some of the stuff that goes on back there. Obviously, there was plenty of it as they continue to pull out the left front fender. Got to wonder if there's suspension damage on the 67 car. It looks pretty bad from this angle. This is indeed disastrous. Jason Jarrett in trouble early on in Winchester.
Frank Kimmel continues to be our leader. We're on board the Advanced Auto Parts Chevrolet. Kimmel riding behind the pace car, getting ready to go back to action here. The outside line, the lead lap cars. Steele is second. Leslie is third. Green flag back in the air at Winchester Speedway. Andy Belmont settles into fourth spot. Steele just pounding Kimmel down the back.
Yeah, you can see as they come off the corner, though, it looks like Steele's able to run up, just get on the Frank's bumper, getting into the corner. When they come off the corner, Frank's car just comes off like a rocket.
Diving down low, but you've got to use the banking here.
Yeah.
These heavy stock cars to hold them in the corner.
Well, that's what makes Winchester so famous, is you got to use the banking, and you use all of the banking. You can see right there, all the way up to the wall right there. Now, 1 and 2, you don't use it as much, but 3 or 4, you got to be running right up high.
Billy Venturini doing a great job in the Permatex Chevrolet, the 25 car there. Finley all over him as they fight for fifth behind Vern Slaw.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that car's been performing today because, like I said, it's a brand new car for us. And Billy's never been here at Winchester before. Today was the first time he's ever been on a racetrack, so he's in a new car, he's in a new facility, and I'm really happy with the way he's running.
How about Jeffrey Falk? Joe Falk's son,
Joe Falk's son.
car right up there in 7th spot.
There's another one of these young guns. This whole series is, you've either got the seasoned veterans in Tim Steele or Frank Kimmel and Finley, and then you've got the young guns of Jarrett and Venturini and Falk. It's like, where's the medium guys here?
It's a great thing. It's one of the great things about ARCA, along with the fact that they race on so many different kinds of racetracks. One of the things I love most about this series. Steele now to the inside of Kimmel, going for the lead down in turn 1. How can he see
He can't even see him. It's getting worse. So one of two things. Either that oil's coming from Kimmel's car, or it's coming from Tim Steele's. And I can't imagine it coming out of Tim Steele's car. I'd have to, and you can see Frank Kimmel's windshield is clean, so it's not coming from a lapped car. It's either got to be something coming from Steele or from Kimmel, and I don't know, but man, it is terrible.
The HS dive forward in second spot, turns underneath Kimmel's machine, trying for the lead on the front straightaway. I think he's driving by touch as much as anything else. Right? Oh, there's contact. The leaders go around. Speaking of driving by touch. Yeah. The car's running first and second, looping in turn 2 here at Winchester. We've got caution on the speedway.
Well, I guess that's the only way you could see where it was going in the corner, because he had to lean on Frank.
I guess so. So our second yellow flag of the afternoon in the ARCA RE/MAX 250. Back with more in a moment. We are back at Winchester Speedway, Winchester, Indiana, the ARCA RE/MAX Series, third race of the 2001 season. The 2 lead cars just spun. They're coming onto pit road.
Well, I think they have to.
Kimmel and Steele ready to get some service. Let's go to Don.
Frank Kimmel and Tim Steele were both due for service. However, I don't think they wanted to be the reason for the caution flag. Looked like there was a little contact up there in 1 and 2. Both lead cars, of course, spun out. They'll take this opportunity under caution to not only tighten up their race cars, but get some new Hoosier rubber as well, plus some 76 racing gas, albeit rather routine from this angle as Tim Steele beats Frank Kimmel out of the pits.
You know what I don't get? He was in a big hurry to beat one car out of the pits, Frank Kimmel, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they clean the windshield? Quite obvious he couldn't see out of it.
He dove in very deep in turn one, going for the lead. Here's another look at it. Steele to the inside, and he just makes contact with 46.
Yeah, look at you. I can't believe both these cars spun like this. Nobody really crashes. They both spin. Nobody hurts their cars. Nobody hits them. They fire them up, go right back in, and get some tires that come right back.
As they say, that's racing.
That's racing.
But why would you so early, when you only have 10 tires to work with, why would you take 4 fresh tires as Andy Belmont and Billy Venturini will have to restart front spots?
Well, you know, you got to get them off and look at them and see if you flat spotted them.
Yeah.
I mean, you spin like that, you got to take them off. You can put them back on.
And that could be key later on in this race. Belmont scoots away to the lead. Here comes Venturini to second. Vern Slough slows way down. Gives up a couple of spots. Jeffrey Falk moves into third, but Andy Belmont in that Ford, the 1 car, is your new leader. We'll keep our eyes on Kimmel and on Steele as they try to work their way up through the field here. On board with Belmont. He's got clean racetrack in front of him. His windshield's pretty dirty, too.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm going in the corner and I'm turning my head. You notice that? I'm going, okay.
You're looking down low to see if there's anybody there.
Well, you know, you got to get used to this high bank racetrack here at Winchester.
Billy Venturini doing a great job of that Permatex machine, the IRM Chevrolet. He's up to second spot in that 25 car. Okay, to Jeffrey Falk in the 91. I'm acting like you're not here.
Yeah, I noticed that. You know, well, the problem is every time I see him on my kid racing on the camera, I just want to sit and watch. I don't want to talk. I'm impressed by how smooth they are. You know, I'd be sliding and slipping and bouncing off the wall, and look at him and Falk, these 2 young guys, and they're chasing that veteran Andy Belmont right now.
They have tracked Belmont down. Venturini down low, looking for the lead in 1 and 2 here. See if he can make the move on the inside as they head down the back straightaway.
Andy Belmont's going to be able to pull him down the back straightaway, looking up high.
This is a tough racetrack to pass on for a variety of reasons. Here's Venturini trying to single. They got Steele in trouble a few minutes ago.
Yeah, but you can see, Phil gave him room there. Didn't run into him.
Still Belmont is the 1-year leader. Venturini in the 25 is second. Here comes Kimmel with the 46 car. Taking tracks through the field. Working his way around the 83 machine. We talked to Frank Kimmel a little earlier about the importance of working traffic at a place like Winchester.
Yeah, anytime you're on a short track, anywhere anymore, that traffic plays a big part in what you're doing. And I think you got to be a lot of patience, show a lot of patience, and be real, I don't know, real easy with everybody. Give them room and let them race their race. And again, just try to, you know, do the best that you can all day long and stay away from everybody and try not to get into anybody else's accident.
Kimmel to the inside as Jerry Cook's 29 car there up ahead. I think you can see Tim Steele up through the windshield there in the 16 car.
Yep, you're right. Kimmel made that pass look really easy. Man, as that car turned quick right in the center of the corner.
Now remember, these 2 teams have put fresh tires on those race cars, so they probably got a 40-lap advantage.
Yeah, you know, you got to realize that they're coming up on these slow cars. Look at this. That's what I said. I can't believe Tim didn't clean the windshield. He's running 4th right now, going under. I think he's going underneath the car right now.
He looks like a guy driving in a blinding rainstorm whose windshield wipers aren't working.
Yeah, he's just gone underneath Mike Buckley right now, but yeah, you got to remember, these guys have fresher tires than everyone else, so Kimmel and Steele should be the fastest cars on the racetrack. They were before they put the tires on because they were running 1 and 2, but now they've got the fresh tires. So you're going to see them closing up pretty quick right now.
Up front, Jeff Falk in the 91, challenging for the lead. Andy Belmont has the point in the 1 car, the America Online Ford. Belmont wants to hold on to the top spot. Falk trying to duck under it between 1 and 2. There's a lap car in the way, which may help Falk's effort. No, he has to get out of the gas.
And while this was happening, Billy had dropped back to 3rd right now. He's kind of fading back a little right now. I think he might have used up his tires trying to get underneath Andy Belmont.
What do you expect? About 100 laps on a set of tires?
Oh, man. No, I don't think you can run 100. I think you got to anywhere between 50 to 70 laps is probably going to be the breaking point on where you really need to get fresh tires.
And it's a 250-lap race, and you don't have 3 full sets of tires to run.
Well, you got to remember, you got to set on the car, you know, then you have 2.5 sets in the pits, so you're okay if you
might work out.
It works out okay. They don't shortchange you with their tire rule, but they just make sure that you don't, every time a yellow comes in, come in and put on 4 fresh tires.
There's your two leaders, the 1 and the 91. Jeff Falk in the 91 car to the inside of Belmont in lap traffic.
Oh,
Great
man.
move. Oh, boy, did he thread the needle.
Yeah, well, you can see the car, one of the slow cars who went by, that's why the yellow's out, has a flat tire. The car number 29, that's Jerry Cook.
That's a Thunderbird. Cook has cut down a tire. He's got a problem, big problem, on the right front corner of that machine from Michigan. Crews standing by. Some teams may stop for tires. We'll see when we come back. Back on Speed Vision, the ARCA RE/MAX Stock Car Series from Winchester Speedway in Winchester, Indiana. The ARCA RE/MAX 250 today. I'm Rick Benjamin, Bill Venturini alongside Don Radabaugh on pit road for us. Tim Steele will be your restart pole sitter. Frank Kimmel, who had the pole earlier today, will restart alongside. Green flag is in the air. We're back underway. Closer to halfway. Andy Belmont in the 1 car was the leader. He's given up the point in that caution cycle and the pit stops and so forth.
Well, you got to remember, these two guys pitted earlier, and no one else did. So
Yeah.
these guys stayed out. Everyone else that was in front of them now pitted. Now they're up front.
Steele is on the point right now. Kimmel right behind him. Burns Claw back there, it looks like, in the 95 car, running in 3rd.
It almost looked like Frank was almost going to repay Tim back for that previous move a few laps ago.
That big black splotch on the driver's side door there, courtesy of Steele, a lap or more than a lap ago, several laps ago now. Here's the battle for 4th. Falk in the 91 challenging Andy Belmont's 1 car. Belmont riding in 4th. He had the lead earlier. Falk all over him in that yellow and blue machine.
You can see Andy Belmont's running the higher line versus Jeff Falk, who's running about 1 car length down going into the corner. Let's see if they do the same thing here. Again, Belmont uses the high side.
And here's the battle for 6th. Billy Venturini's 25 car. Tracy Leslie in the 19. This has been a good battle for quite some time.
Yeah, and again, 2 different distinct lines on how they get into the corner. You see there, somebody's definitely used the inside of Billy's car for a little bumper there too. There's one of those black donuts.
He was a little out of shape, I think, coming down the back stretch. He got out of the gas there, and Leslie jumped around him to grab the position. So Leslie scoots away, gaining the spot around Venturini. Here's Jeff Finley running 3rd.
Yeah, did you see, just as Tracy Leslie got on the gas in the center of the corner, there was a puff of smoke coming out the exhaust. Now, I know what that problem could be, because we had that last week in Nashville with our car.
On board with Jeff Finley, trying to get around Burns Claw's machine. He's gone a lap down now. Meantime, Belmont and Falk continue the battle for their spot. Claw will move up high and let the faster cars go by on the low side. Finley's 70 car, very quick here today.
Yeah, Finley runs good here. This is, here in Salem are like his 2 favorite racetracks. I know, and he's from Michigan. He likes the short tracks around the Midwest, and he shows it. He's good at it.
Belmont still able to hold Jeff Falk at bay as they battle for position here. There's Finley's 70 machine on board Belmont, riding 4th.
You know, I'm really surprised how dirty everyone's windshield is here. Oh, okay, Andy. That was definitely a... you can see he actually broke the bumper on Jeff Finley's car. That was what you call a little...
that was not a kiss. That was a love tap.
Yeah, that was... He laid, as they say, the chrome horn to him. He kind of ran into the back end of him. Yeah, look at it. Part of the rear bumper's falling off.
Finley is 3rd. Belmont is 4th. Falk is 5th. And that's what happens in short track stock car racing. It is full contact. There's no doubt about it.
But, you know, you have to let the guy in front of you know that you're there.
Yeah.
and you can't, you can't flash your lights or,
There's no horn that
There's
you can
no
hear,
horn,
so,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Good battling for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 2 leaders, Kimmel and Steele, have taken off once again. They've opened up a huge lead on this group of cars.
Look how fast these corners come up on you. You know, you think you get time to breathe, man. You're running 17-second laps.
Yeah.
You got to realize the G-forces in these corners are so strong. You don't get a break. You just come off the corner. You start to go down the straightaway. You think, oh, I got a break. Forget it. You're in the next corner.
83.
Mark Gibson.
Yeah, from Winder, Georgia, the Williams Brothers Lumber Corps. This is an Atlanta area team. Doing a nice job in 6th. Billy Venturini's 25 car running 7th. He's gotten back on the button now after letting Finley go by. Oh, we've got trouble up in turn 2. Falk running so well in the 91 car spins. He got clipped evidently. He was in the wall pretty hard in that Superior Logistics Chevrolet. Bounces down into the inside wall. Has trouble getting it refired. The excess fuel dumping out the headers there on the side.
Yeah, that car is really badly damaged in the front.
So caution appears on the speedway. Jeff Falk engaged in a nice battle for 3rd spot. 3 cars grouped together. Jeff Finley, Falk, and Andy Belmont all running together for many laps on the racetrack. And we've got some replays to try to piece together what happened. This is Jeff Finley's view. He gets into the back end of the 75 car here.
Right, yeah, he gets into the back end of Larry Hollenbach.
Hollenbach goes around. Now Finley has trouble because he's been tapped from behind. Let's take you to a different onboard look. This is Andy Belmont's car.
Yeah, now Belmont is getting hit by Falk, the number 191 car. And now we first saw the aftermath of the 91 car. This is what happened in front of him that caused it.
Well, Andy Belmont's back on pit road. This one, however, very much unscheduled as the crew goes to work on the left rear quarter of the America Online Ford. Belmont caught a piece of the action up there and won it, too. Unfortunate. Hopefully it didn't knock the handle off the car. It looked like they can just be able to pull the sheet metal away and Belmont back on his merry little way. Belmont still, all the while, having a great run here today.
Back at Winchester Speedway, Winchester, Indiana, the ARCA RE/MAX 250 today on Speed Vision. Time for our Suzuki mid-race reset. We show you the top 10 running order in the top left of your screen. You're on board the 46 of Frank Kimmel, getting ready for a restart. Pole sitter, he's got the restart lead, and we are back underway. Tim Steele pitted during the last caution, so Kimmel is unchallenged for the moment. On board Jeff Finley, he takes over second because Steele had to go to pit road. Finley continues to run strong.
Yeah, and his window's pretty clean.
Steele now trying to charge through the field, charge through the cement dust they put down to dry up the moisture up in turn 2. Billy Venturini in that IRM Chevrolet, the 25 car. He's fourth, but Steele's a little bit quicker, I think, on the bottom of the racetrack.
You can see I thought Tim Steele was going to get by him because he ducked underneath him until he come off the corner. A lot stronger. He's running a higher group, gives him a little more bite coming off the corner.
Venturini able to hang on to the spot. Steele will have to tuck in behind and ride fifth for now. Steele has run up front, qualified on the outside pole, hasn't had much luck getting to the lead. Remember, he took Kimmel out. They both spun earlier. Been battling back from that ever since.
Yeah, look like Tim's conceded to just run the higher groove right now and save his tires. He's not trying to get underneath Billy.
Venturini maintains the advantage over Steele.
Right now, both Billy Venturini and Tim Steele are closing up on Mark Gibson right now.
Gibson in that white machine, bottom of your screen. Venturini behind him, and Steele in the red HSI 16 car trailing him. Gibson doing a nice job. He's up to third after the pit stop shuffle.
Yeah, Mark Gibson in a Williams Brothers Lumber Ford Taurus. You got to get used to saying that.
Yeah. Venturini now trying to get close to Gibson, put some pressure on him for third spot. Lapping by Norm Benning's machine.
Yeah, well, Frank had made the comment earlier about how you have to play lap traffic. Like we said it at the beginning of the show. You're going to always have lap traffic, so you got to make sure when you're going to make a pass on somebody, you've got the room, not only the faster car in a position to do it, you got to have the room on the racetrack.
Well, now we've had some cars drop by the wayside, and the slower cars, I think, have figured out that they need to be low on the racetrack.
Yeah, they need to be lower. Oh, Billy's looking underneath Mark Gibson right now.
Venturini going for the spot down into turn 1, working on Gibson for third. Oh, he wiggles. He taps Gibson. And Gibson slides into the water barrier on the inside of the racetrack, chases some of the track officials back. Caution will wave once again. Mark Gibson gets tagged by Billy Venturini. He has a hard hit on the inside of the racetrack. The corner workers down to take a look. Let's show it to you one more time. Here's that battle for third. Looked as though Gibson might have turned down on Venturini there.
Just a little, and this actually, when the second time they made contact is what spun Mark. When they first made the first contact, both of them had the cars pretty well gathered up. Billy looked like wheeled a little more and then hit. Oh, man. Look at Mark hit that water barrier.
Good thing they have those water barrels there, because that is a boilerplate wall on the inside of the backstretch here in Winchester. Take a look again from Andy Belmont's camera. Now it looks as though Venturini in the 25 got away cleanly. Here's Gibson on the pit road.
It doesn't look like there's much damage. There's just
on that side of the road.
Yeah, okay. Now there's a lot of damage.
Although it doesn't look like he bent any frame components there. We'll take a quick timeout and come back at Winchester. Welcome back on Speed Vision, the ARCA RE/MAX 250 at Winchester Speedway. I'm Rick Benjamin, Bill Venturini alongside, and Radabon, pit road. Jeff Finley having a great run of the 70 car, but he had to come to pit road because he's got heavy rear end damage today.
Well, you know, when he first got hit earlier in the race by Andy Belmont, which started to break the back bumper, then he must have got tagged again, and now you can see that it's totally gone.
Getting ready to restart. Frank Kimmel in the 46 car, your restart pole sitter. His fellow front row mate Tim Steele restarts in second in the 16, and they will just jet away from the rest of the field. Kimmel just able to pull away on every restart.
Yeah, definitely. You can see that. You know, right now Joe Cooksey's running third, right there in the 51 car.
There's Gibson in the 83.
Now he's a lap down because he was in the pits. And then you got Andy Belmont in the Marathon Line 40.
Bert Slaw's machine is there too in the 65. Belmont pretty quick, but Slaw a lap down. On board with Belmont, right behind Cooksey down the backstretch.
Yeah, now they're running right behind Mark Gibson. Now Mark Gibson is 1 lap down right now.
You can see how greasy Belmont's windshield is as well.
And that car's showing a little signs of wear on the right side also.
But he's amazingly quick considering the fact that that race car is fairly well used up.
Well, you know, they say, I don't think any car leaves this racetrack with a straight fender.
No, probably not. Cooksey moves by. Belmont tucks in behind him, the 51 and the 1 car. Slaw in the 65 hangs right in there with that group, 1 lap down. Cooksey's starting to pull away now from Belmont.
Cooksey's really getting through the corner really good right now.
As the battle for 5th place, we check in with Billy Venturini in the 25 and Jeff Finley 70. A couple of cars that have a little body damage. Finley trying to come back up through the field. He had run as high as 2nd early.
Yeah, but now Finley came back down pit road a few laps ago and put on fresh tires. So he should be able to catch him probably past Finley.
Finley riding 6th. Venturini is 5th in the 25. And Finley able to take the 70 car a little lower on the racetrack right now. On board in that 70 machine, taking a look through a fairly clean windshield.
Yeah, I know. Well, they cleaned it when he was in.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Right behind Venturini. You can see how bumpy this place is as well as you ride here with Finley.
But you can also see how lap traffic plays part of the passing philosophy here. Again, Jeff Finley had looked to go underneath Billy. There was a lap car there, so he had to back out of him.
And Benning goes another lap down. Venturini running strongly in the Permatex IRM Chevy 25. Finley right behind him to 70. Check back in on the battle for 3rd. Cooksey in the 51 has the spot. Belmont wants to get by him though.
Yeah, Belmont's definitely got a fast race car. Don't pay attention to what it looks like right now. That race car is fast.
Won't win any beauty contest at this stage of the game. So Belmont pulls away. To be 3rd now. Behind the leaders Kimmel in the 46 and Steele in the 16. Qualified quickest, those 2 cars on the front row. They have tangled once and taken each other out of contention, but it didn't take them many laps to get back into contention.
That didn't last too long.
No, not at all. And now Kimmel about to put Cooksey a lap down here on the back straight. He is fast, and Cooksey with problems. Looks like he may have cut down a tire the way he got out of shape going into the 3rd turn, but he's still on the gas.
He almost wrecked Frank Kimmel. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He got sideways, wiggled around.
And it looked as though the car dove porpoise kind of going into the corner there, as though I thought he might have had a tire going down. I guess not. Kimmel gets by him finally, and I'm sure Kimmel breathes a sigh of relief, able to make the pass without any contact. Boy, Kimmel is fast.
The team is definitely a championship caliber team, and you can see it everywhere they go. They're fast, they're confident, and it's just showing that they've got a good team, not just the driver. I mean, it comes from the car preparation, the engine builder, and the driver.
And how hard is it? You mentioned earlier, they're switching car brands. They're running Chevrolets on the short tracks, Fords on the Speedway.
I can't imagine doing it. You know, I'm scared enough to just change from, you know, a Monte Carlo, you know, the 2000 Monte Carlo to a 99, let alone switching engines, everything. Oh, we got a car in the wall right now.
We have trouble on the Speedway. Norm Benning is in the wall. The 84 car takes a hard hit up in turn 2. Benning folds up that 84 car pretty thoroughly. He made contact with Billy Venturini, apparently. 25 car with some heavy damage as well. Well, it's not wrecked as badly as it was last week in Nashville. Let's take another look from Jeff Finley's onboard camera.
Well, you can see Billy's getting in Norm Benning right there. It looks like Norm doesn't hit the wall. He just spins around.
Benning was much slower on the racetrack, and I'm wondering if maybe, he gets tagged by Finley there. I'm wondering if maybe Benning didn't realize Venturini was coming up on it.
Deep into the race, the leaders are on pit road for what should be their final pit stop here at Winchester. The 46 car, Frank Kimmel, getting right side service, as is the 16 car of Tim Steele. No adjustments. The handle on the race car is perfect. Frank Kimmel likes the way everything is working. He just needs rubber and gas. The same is true of Tim Steele. Now we're just wondering who's going to beat who out. Tim Steele and Frank Kimmel out side by side. Kimmel edges Steele at the exit of pit road.
That's a little-known skill in stock car racing. We'll be back in Winchester. Getting down to it here at Winchester Speedway, Winchester, Indiana. We check our Speed Vision field summary. Frank Kimmel, Tim Steele, your lead cars, but they're not at the head of the pack, Bill Ventrini. What's going on here?
Well, right now, there's only 5 cars on the lead lap. Now, these cars in front of them are actually on the tail end of the lead lap, I guess is how you would say it. The leader is Tim Steele, who is making it now 3 wide going into the corner. But, you know, just before we went to the yellow, there were only 5 cars on the lead lap.
So Steele in the 16 is your new leader. Kimmel trying to work his way through lap traffic and get back to the front. The cars on the low line on that restart, they were more than a lap down,
right,
let's say. And the cars up front, at least, were on the lead lap, but on the tail end. Kimmel and Steele still the top 2 cars on the racetrack. But now they've got to fight their way through a lot of this traffic. Steele just about to clear Vern Slaw's machine. That'll give him open racetrack.
Well, yeah, right now Vern Slaw is the last car on the lead lap because you remember he was 1 lap down, then all of a sudden he was at the tail end of the lead lap. The minute Tim Steele passes him, he's going to actually put him a lap down.
Here comes Kimmel in the 46 car.
And there are cars going all over this racetrack, down low, down high. When they have a restart here because of the slower cars on the inside, it makes it really interesting.
Steele and Kimmel running 1-2. There's Joe Cooksey in the 51. He's been in contention. We think he's a lap down now, though.
He's a lap down right now.
Vern Slaw fighting to stay at least only 1 lap down in the leader, Steele, as they hit turn 1 here. Steele, though, will try to duck low coming out of the corner and get by Slaw and open up some ground on Kimmel.
Vern Slaw's been able to run with the fast to lead cars. But you got to remember, early in this race, he went down a lap, and that's where he stayed. He's been able to run up front with the leaders, but he is 1 lap down.
Taking a look at Jeff Finley's 70 car. He rides 3rd. Andy Belmont on the 1 should be 4th right now in the American Online Ford. They have been battling much of the late portion of this race. Finley's car pretty thoroughly used up there, as is Belmont's. Mark Gibson a little further back in the 83, that white car that you see coming down the main straightaway. He, too, not on the lead lap at this point, but very much in contention. Lapping by the very slow car of Jason Jarrett. Jason involved in an early race altercation here. Heavy damage to the 67, but he stayed on the racetrack.
Okay, now you tell me who hasn't been involved in an altercation here at Winchester.
The people out in the parking lots probably haven't been yet, but anybody on the racetrack, they've had their problems.
And even here, that's not being safe out in the parking lot.
There's Cooksey in the 51. Here comes Kimmel challenging Steele now. Down to the inside into the corner. He's going to pick him off on Cooksey. Kimmel gets by. Frank Kimmel takes the lead back.
And Frank Kimmel said it. I'm going to use lap traffic to my advantage today, and he just showed you how to do it.
So Kimmel is your new leader. Steele settles back into 2nd now, and Kimmel with some damage to that 46 car, but he appears to be on rails.
And Frank Kimmel is a rocket ship right now. As a matter of fact, he's coming up on the 5th place car, Billy Venturini. He's ready to put him a lap down. So right now there's only 5 cars on the lead lap, and the 5th place car is right.
Oh! Wow. Kimmel gets up into the wall at the top of turn 1, hits it a ton.
I heard that tire pop. He blew that tire going into the corner. Wow, did he hit it a ton.
Sure what it looked like. The right front may well have given way. Let's take a look. A replay here, watching Kimmel down into turn 1, working on Venturini, and he'll go right up the racetrack. Turns in.
Look, you see the car wheel?
Yes.
And you see the smoke? Wow, it blows the right front tire. Just about clips the back end of Billy Venturini, misses him and hits the wall.
Well, Frank Kimmel, who had been leading, limps his way down on pit road. This race car business is a noisy business, but I could hear that right front tire blow up on the 46 car from pit road, and that's exactly what happened. Kimmel hit the wall hard up there. He's got plenty of right side damage. This will definitely keep the 46 car out of victory lane here today. An unfortunate set of circumstances with just a few laps to go here at Winchester. They continue to work on the right side, but I'm afraid the handle's gone for good on Frank Kimmel's race car.
Wow. You can see they've even had a problem just getting the jack under the car to jack it up.
They'll change right side tires, try to get him back out for the finish. Coverage of the ARCA RE/MAX Series on Speed Vision brought to you today by RE/MAX. In the race to sell homes, our track record is second to none. RE/MAX, outstanding agents, outstanding results. By Cornwell Quality Tools, professional mechanics worldwide choose Cornwell, the official tools of ARCA. And by Suzuki ATVs, makers of the Quadmaster 500 4x4. It has the performance to keep you rolling. The field is rolling, just a couple of laps to go here in Winchester. Green flag is in the air, and Tim Steele all by himself, your restart leader in the 16. Jeff Finley in the blue 70 car restarts in second spot. What do you think, Bill Venturini? Has Finley got a shot here? There's Billy Venturini in third in the 25 car.
He's running third. Andy Belmont's running fourth. Those are the only 4 cars on the lead lap right now, and Belmont's looking underneath Billy. Look at these cars. These cars look like they've been wrecked 3 races ago.
Venturini able to hang on to third spot, but Belmont's going to try him on the low side down the backstretch. The laps are winding down here at Winchester. Norm Benning, who's been in trouble a couple of times today, dropping by on the low side. Vern Slaw on the 65, able to stay up there with the leaders. Not on the lead lap, though, in that orange and white Ford. Venturini with that badly damaged Permatex IRM Chevrolet. Doing a great job keeping that car underneath him.
He may be damaged, but he's doing a good job shoeing it right now.
But here comes Belmont on the front stretch, trying him down on the inside. Belmont doesn't quite have enough yet. Battling for third. Belmont with a good run off the second corner. See what happens here on the back straightaway down into 3, and Belmont has the advantage. Able to make that car work down low. Look at Kimmel.
I was going to say, Kimmel coming back out.
Smoke showing out of the 46. Looks like they even took the hood off that race car. Tough break for Billy Venturini. Bill, it looks like Belmont's going to have it for third spot.
Hey, right now, with the way the car looks right now, I'm fourth. I'm not going to complain. Well, look at the guy running second. Finley, his car's just as bad.
Billy's car is going to need a complete reskin, it looks like, after this event. He is running nicely in second spot in that 70 machine. Moved by Benning's 84 car. He is unable to get anywhere near the 16 of Steele. If Steele can just hang on, I think he's pretty much got this one wrapped up.
Yeah, Tim Steele, him and Frank Kimmel, they showed earlier that they were going to run away and hide. And right now, that's what Tim's doing.
Steele in the HS Dive Ford takes the white flag all alone out in front.
I'm not sure he can see. I don't know if he knows he got the white flag, because I didn't see him through the windshield yet, but
maybe he likes that dark tint.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. Even if he can't see the white flag, his spotters tell him.
Here's the checkered flag for Tim Steele, your winner of the ARCA RE/MAX 250. And look at that, Finley and Belmont almost get into it, coming to the stripe.
Belmont definitely was pushing Finley for second.
The Coopersville, Michigan driver Tim Steele is your winner. His first victory of the 2001 season comes here at one of the toughest racetracks anywhere, Winchester Speedway in Indiana. Steele, your outside pole sitter. Steele the winner, Finley, Belmont, Billy Venturini, and Vern Slaw, the first 5 today. Mark Gibson grabs 6th. Ron Cox is 7th. Take a look at the second 10. Kimmel in 11th. Jason Jarrett finishes 12th. And there's Jeff Falk with a good run to 16th. As we take a look at the rest of the top 20, 21st through 30th, Jerry Cook finishes 21st today. Kevin Belmont takes 26th. Blaze Alexander, 28th. A disappointing run for him, but it's good to have him, as you said, Bill Venturini, back in ARCA. Let's get the thoughts of the winner, Tim Steele, in victory lane.
Well, Tim Steele, you got to keep the car up front all day long to stay in the game. You stayed in it today, capitalize on the misfortunes of Frank Kimmel. How's it feel to be back in victory lane?
Feels real good. I'd rather be lucky and good any day. And today I don't think we had a second place car, I believe, and luck was our way. Thank God for that. We just prayed that everything would, just stay safe and everything would go smooth, and it did. And we're just couldn't be happier. This HS Dye Softtech Ford Taurus is back in victory lane.
So Steele is your winner. Let's take a look at the point standings in the ARCA RE/MAX Series after 3 races. Kimmel's out in front. Billy Venturini in 6th ahead of Ron Cox and Shauna Robinson. Let's take a look now at our Suzuki Quadmaster 4x4 move of the race today. How about the move that involved Kimmel and Steele earlier when there was contact, and Kimmel got by to take the lead with a bold inside pass. Unfortunately, Kimmel had problems, belted the wall after cutting down a tire. He does not get a top finish today.
Well, Frank, I don't think it can get any more disappointing. You had the dominant car today, but we're not in victory lane.
No, it's a really shame. Advanced Auto Parts Pork Chevy was just really tough all day. It was leading early and got spun for no apparent reason. I don't know what went on there, but luckily we kept her cool and fought back and, passed him back clean, didn't touch him, and was leading and was pretty much getting ready to check out, I think. We had a little better car at that point and just must ran over something with the right front. It just blew a tire going into one and no warning whatsoever. The car was really, really good at that point.
Tough day for Kimmel. Check out all the ARCA information you need at arcaracing.com. Let's talk to our second place finisher now.
It's pretty amazing that you can finish second in an ARCA RE/MAX Series race with a race car that looks like this. She's beaten, battered, but she's runner-up today. Great run, Jeff Finley. Tell us about it.
Well, I'll tell you, we struggled in qualifying. The driver let them down, but Bailey Racing, Excavating, and Andy Ray RV DeWitt, www.racecollectibles.com. Chevy was pretty good. We were running second. He wanted to pit, and I was screaming at him, leave me out, but we pitted, and that hurt us a little bit, but they kept tuning on it. Wayne, the crew chief this weekend, and all the guys, just a super job, man. You take your hats off to them. We don't run any races, so this is my first big one, 250 laps. I forgot about that. I'd eased up on the old Milwaukee Light last week, but we're happy with it. We'll take that. We're a little bit tight. We'll build on that and go to Salem, see what we can do over there.
Finley, a great short track racer. Our racing communications are provided by Racing Electronics, the official communications supplier of ARCA. For a free catalog, call 1-800-272-7111. For Don Radabaugh and Bill Venturini, I'm Rick Benjamin. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to Tim Steele. We'll see you next time.